I want to thank the men's basketball team for being pioneers of athletics at Iupui and all female athletes for paving the way and allowing us to play a sport that we love and get an education. I want to thank my parents. They supported me emotionally, spiritually. And I know it wasn't easy and it took a lot of sacrifice carting me all across the country on my tournaments. They were always there. It didn't matter if it was Shreveport, Louisiana, Oral Roberts. We might not have won that game, but at least you guys see the golden hands. They're my two biggest fans. I don't know what I would have done without my mom's pep talks before the game. She always kept it simple, hard as nails, tough as nails. Thanks for the ladylike advice, Mom. They're my biggest fans, so thank you, Mom and Dad. Stacy Downing, you're next. You let me live with you my freshman year while I was waiting for my apartment to open up. Now let's get real. What freshman's dream isn't it? To live with the most intimidating senior on the team. I got to know Stacy and I found out she has a heart of gold. As a coach, the sacrifices that she made for us were countless. She took a second job while waiting for an assistant position to open up that was full-time. She lived apart from her husband for months until he was able to relocate back to Indy. Those things never went unnoticed, and we always appreciated them. You're an inspiration. You inspire me. As a coach, I didn't want to let you down when you were my coach. When you were my teammate, I definitely didn't want to let you down. You're quick-witted, you're heartfelt, and you're one of the most amazing people I know. Chris, you were the coach I envisioned having when I came to college. At the Division I level, you don't see many coaches that care about their players the way that he does. He cares about them as people, he cares about their development, he cares about their education. He always makes sure that they have the tools that they need to succeed on the field. For me, you gave me a chance. We've already touched on that, but at 5'4", it doesn't seem like I can do much damage back there, or that I may cause damage. If you reference the program, I think it lists me at about 5'7". I'm pretty sure that was in cleats and or high heels. Gotta intimidate everybody else. But you always made sure that we had everything that we needed to succeed. And for us goalkeepers, that meant having proper training. You made it a priority to make sure we had the best. Without Miles and Gary, there's no way that we would have been able to play at the level that we did. To my teammates, you're some of my best friends and some of the most talented people I know. We shared some pretty great successes out there. But as is the case with most things that are worth having or doing, it really comes easily. And our experience is no exception to that. Our freshman year, we did pretty well. We were in contention for the postseason, didn't quite make it, but I think it was our sophomore year that hurt the most. It could have been the 2 games we won, or the feeling that with the level of talent we had, we just never reached the success that we should have. I know that year I doubted myself. I started wondering, was I in the right place? Did I make the right decisions? I didn't know what lay in front of us. I didn't know what was yet to come. But we just stayed patient and kept working. The freshmen that came in the next year were game changers. They made a difference. Every need we required was filled. Every transfer we needed was there in a nick of time. All the pieces fell into place. We had one of the best years we had up to that point. We had a tough loss at the end of the year, but it was a taste of conference tournament play we needed to get back there and make it a win the next year. I still remember going into the biggest game of our lives the next year against South Dakota State, down a goal at halftime. We lined up on the sideline to do our sprints. I looked down the line. I didn't see an ounce of fear in anyone's faces. We knew we were going to win that game. I looked up at the clock with 15 minutes left. The time dwindled down, and the goals in our favor just kept increasing. I think they came from a magical hat. I don't know. But as the time dwindled down, I started to let myself explore the idea that for the first time in my life, the goal that I thought about for 4 years straight, every day, that I felt like I sometimes had to coax myself into, was about to come true. I still don't believe it when I look back sometimes. I don't know whether you guys believe in rain dances. I've never been a big proponent of them, and I've surely never done one. It would probably be a waste of time. But I think if you do them right, they work every time. Because if you never stop dancing, sooner or later it's gonna rain. Let me tell you, we never stop dancing. We danced in the locker room to I Got a Feeling. We danced to Hannah Montana, Please Don't Judge. We danced on the bus to DJ CJ. We danced on the field before the game, during warm-ups, which is to be understood because I think we may have had the best warm-up CD ever. Not that I'm partial. But we never stopped dancing. There's not many things in life that you can close the book on, put them on a shelf, look back at, and say you wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't. And to me, that's the definition of perfection. Don't get me wrong, it did not seem perfect while we were going through it. The scoreboard did not always say that we were winning. But in the end, we never mistook temporary defeat for failure. There's one quote that comes to mind when I think about why we were able to do what we did. It's by W. Clement Stone, and it goes like this. There's little difference in people, but the little difference makes a big difference. The little difference is attitude, and the big difference is whether it's positive or negative. We always stay positive. We worked harder than anyone, and everyone knew their role. We all supported each other, and when times got tough, we stayed positive. I don't know what I did to deserve such an amazing memory and such great people to share with, but I know I'll always be thankful. I'll always take it with me. When I feel like I'm defeated, I look back and know what we did and know that we can do anything. Thank you, Iupui, for being a home for me. Thank you, Iupui Athletic Department, for having me here today. It was such an honor. I know I will always be proud to be a Jaguar. And thank you to all my friends and family who made it here. I know it wasn't an easy trip for some of you, so it means the world. Thank you.